Hey everyone!
Hi!
We're home from our cruise. We had a great time on the Allure of the Seas, and we wanted to share some of the things that we purchased for our cruise that we took along with us that we really enjoyed. I'll put links to all of these items in the descriptions. Most of these items we bought from Amazon. If you're interested in any of these things, use our links. We get a little tiny kickback as being Amazon affiliates for anything that you purchase through our links. So we just want to throw that out there ahead of time, that we do get a little bit if you buy something. All of these, I'm going to quote a price and what it is currently, not what we paid for it, because some of the stuff we bought on Black Friday sales or whatnot. So some of these items are a little bit more expensive today. If you wait until there's a sale, if you've got the luxury of time, it might be a good way to pick some of this stuff up. That's kind of what we did. We knew ahead of time that we were going sailing, and so we used some Black Friday deals to pick up some of these things. So the first item that I want to show you is these little magnets. And we got two different kinds. These are clips and these are hooks. My fingers are huge, so it's hard to see. And they come in bags like this, respectively. These were great for the cruise because the walls are made of metal. And so you can stick up anything magnetic on the wall and you can organize your whole cruise cabin that way. So here's a picture of what we did with some of our hang up stuff. And as you can see, we were able to hang up with these clips some of our documents for our excursions, our hats, our lanyards went on the hooks. We were able to hang up some real light jackets. And so that worked out really well. These are both on Amazon. The hooks themselves hold up to 27 pounds, which seem to be pretty strong. These are pretty strong magnets. And they were 10 of these for $7.70. The clips come in a 12 pack and they are $4.99. And these are real lightweight magnets, but all you're holding is papers, documents, tickets, those kinds of things. Putting them on the wall and holding them right by the door so that you remember to grab them on your way out.
Helps you stay organized.
Absolutely. And with such limited space inside the cruise cabin, anything like that you can do to use your wall space really does help. So item number 2 on our list are these toothbrush covers. And you're going to say these are huge, but these are amazing, absolutely amazing toothbrush covers. The reason why we decided to get toothbrush covers was because we were watching some other videos and they were talking about how during the day when you leave your room and your room steward comes in, you have no idea what he's spraying around on the counter. And if you leave your toothbrush out, your bristles could absorb some of that cleaning solution and you just don't know what they're using. So we started looking at toothbrush covers. We found these. These are amazing. These charge up with this little charger, and when you close it, there's a fan inside that helps to dry it, and there's a UV light inside that helps to clean the bristles of your toothbrush. So it's activated by swiveling this down, and so when I swivel it down, it turns on, and you could feel it. You could see the light inside of there. That blue light is on. There it is. You can see it now. And I don't know if you can hear it or not, but that fan is running inside and it is expelling that moisture out of there. And it'll stay on for a little while and it'll clean your toothbrush heads, which is amazing. So these are on Amazon. These were $14.99 each. So we both got one for our toothbrushes and they are absolutely amazing. Did you like these?
Yeah, and you can charge them.
Right. They have a charging port right here on the inside and you can charge those up. So that's number 2. Number 3, item number 3 are our little burner phones that we picked up. These are, what are these? These are blue Advance L5s. And these are super, super cheap Android phones that you can get on Amazon for $49. For $50, you can get a cell phone. And then we used a company called onesimcard.com to get an international SIM card. It was $75. That was good for 30 days. For that $75, you were given 1,000 megabytes of data, and I think it was $35 worth of calling privileges or whatnot. They also give you a US phone number that you can use, and if people call you or text you, the rates are a lot cheaper going through that number, and people back in the United States are not calling an international number and being charged extra. They're calling a domestic line, which saves them a ton of money. It's like nothing to them. So our view on this is a little mixed. Angela's worked really, really well, and she was able to text and talk to people during any time that we were in port. It worked really well for her. For mine, I've got reports that people tried texting me, calling me, talking to me, and they were not able to get a hold of me. So we're probably mixed on this. I still think it's worth doing just to have a phone internationally when you're out and about. You never know what's going to happen. So it's great to have some way of communicating with each other as well as communicating with the outside world in case something happens. You agree?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, that was number 3. Number 4 is a cruise safe non-surge protector outlet adapter. And this is, if you use a surge protector, like with the strip with the light on it, they are going to confiscate it from you and they'll take it out of your room and you will not get it back. They do not allow surge protectors on the cruise ship. And on these cruise ships, there's only maybe 2 or 3 outlets in the entire cabin, and they're usually right next to each other. So this one we picked up. I think we got this on a Black Friday special, so it was cheaper than I'm gonna quote you. But it's got 2 USBs, it's got a USB-C, and it's got 3 sockets. On the back, it has a flip-up 2-prong or another flip-up to make it a 3-prong. And you can plug that right in, and now you've got a bunch of different outlets that you can use, which came in quite handy. On Amazon, this is $12.99 for this item. Great thing to have. Keep that, put it in your bag. You'll use it every time you go on a cruise. Number 5 is a European electric outlet. So on most of the cruises, there is a spot for a standard American outlet, and then you have one for a European outlet. You can double the amount of sockets that you have or outlets that you have if you buy one of these that's a European style. And this one is really cool. It's got a 3-prong in the front, and then it's got a 2-prong here, a 2-prong here, a 2-prong here, and then on the front, it's got 2 USBs and a USB-C. Mm-hmm. So we were able to put these both right on top of each other, and boom, now we've got, I think this one was blocked. So we ended up with 6 outlets and 4 USBs and 2 USB-Cs, where there would only normally be 1 outlet previously. By doing this, we ended up with a ton of more ability to charge our electronics, laptop, which I took on the cruise to edit video, the cell phones, all of those things, iPad for watching movies, reading books, all of those things. Otherwise, we would just have 1 socket to try to do that and keep changing it. It would have been a pain, or a huge pain. So,
for sure.
So that is number 5. That's our European electric outlet. Number 6, and this is one I'm really excited about. This is the Scrubba Portable Wash Bag. So we took some Tide Pods and we took this bag, and this bag is much like it's like a dry sack that you would use for going kayaking. It wraps up and you twist the top like this, and then you clip it, and this seals it, but instead of sealing water out, you're sealing water inside. And on the inside of it, it's got these little fingers here that you use to massage your clothes. So you take it, fill it with water and your soap, and you can see the water level here with this clear window. You spin it, you close it and latch it. It's got water and your laundry in it, and you sit it down and you rub it back and forth and back and forth, and it's rubbing those clothes into all of those little fingers and massaging it, and washing your clothes. This came in really, really handy for us.
Bathing suits.
With bathing suits. You've seen in the video a couple of videos ago, I think it was on day 4, when we were in Honduras, Angela was holding the monkey and the monkey peed down the front of her shirt. No problem, we threw it in here, we washed it, we hung it up to dry, and after it was done being cleaned up, it smelled brand new. She was able to wear it a couple days later on the cruise, no problem. It was clean laundry. So this thing is super portable. When you pull out all the air and lay it flat, it just lays flat like any other bag. It is wonderful. This is on Amazon, $55, but well worth it if you travel a lot. It's great for hand washing 1 or 2 outfits at a time. This is a great buy. This is probably our most exciting item on this list. The one thing that we were the most thrilled about. So to go along with that is item 7, which is a clothesline. Now we use this clothesline to hang up swimsuits. We had a balcony, so swimsuits, laundry, those kinds of things, anything that was wet, we could hang up, towels, whatever, we could hang up on the balcony, and the wind blowing through there and the heat dried everything off pretty quickly. This one is really cool. This is a camping bungee, and it is elastic. So it'll stretch depending upon the length that you're trying to put it in, and it'll flex depending upon the weight of the items, the clothing items that you put on there. So pick up some clothespins, pin on your clothes, and hang this guy up wherever you can on your balcony, and that's gonna come in really, really handy. That's on Amazon, $9.94 for this guy.
Yep, it worked well on a cruise that we went to, but where it's cold in Alaska, I don't know how well it would dry clothes.
Right, yeah. For going somewhere warm, absolutely, it's gonna be great. In Alaska, it may freeze, don't know. So, all right, number 8, cooling towels. They are just towels. This one's still cold, feel that.
Wow.
You take this, you take a little bit of cold water, pour it over the top of it, and make sure it's completely covered. Then throw it on the back of your neck, like this. And there's arteries in the back of your neck that cool your body down if there's cold that touches it. So these work great when it was hot outside. Throw some cold water on it, wrap it around the back of your neck, and it easily cools you down 5 degrees and makes you feel so much more comfortable, right, Ange?
Yeah, we didn't use it the first 2 days, but the 3rd day we did, and we should have used it the first 2 days.
Yeah, we were kicking ourselves for forgetting and not using these.
Yeah.
And you'll see other people will walk around with other towels, like wiping sweat off their face, especially in the humid climates.
Just a normal towel.
Just a normal towel. This will do that as well, but it also cools you. So these are great. You can wash these afterwards and then put them right back into these tubes, and they're ready to go. So that is number 8. Number 9, we purchased bag tags for our luggage. You get these little paper tags from the cruise line, And a lot of people will just put them over their bags and they'll wrap them in tape or whatever. But if it rains at all, those could get ripped off and your luggage could be lost. And for the first couple of days, we got a lot of letters and alerts that people had lost their luggage and they were trying to find it in other people's rooms and no one really knew where their bags went. So this has a metal ring on the top of it with a screw holder on it like this. And it's connected to this plastic thing, this plastic piece, which completely protects your bag. And then I put my business card in there as well, just as another piece, just in case. Also in that pack that we got were lanyards. And so it was 4 of these luggage tag holders and 3 lanyards. You don't get those from the cruise line much anymore. And this has like an adjustable thing on it here. What do you think about these lanyards? Do you like these?
Oh yeah, they're nice because the only time you have to take it out is to get into your room.
Yeah, and for me, I didn't like the lanyard because of that reason. On our boat, you had to plug the card into the slot. So in order to get in there, you'd have to stop at your room and you'd have to peel this open.
Which is a kind of a pain.
And then you'd have to pull this, and if it was stuck, it was even harder. And you'd have to pull and pull and pull, and finally it would come out, and then you would plug it in, get into your room, and then put it back in here. Eventually, I just ended up putting this in my pocket and not wearing the lanyard. But for Angela, she wore the lanyard the entire time. So it was really good for her. The pack of 7, 3 lanyards, and 4 luggage tags is $13.99 on Amazon. The next item, so this is item number 10, is a white noise sound machine. And it's this small. We use a sound machine for at night. We usually turn on YouTube and find a video of ocean waves or something like that crashing, and we'll turn that on and fall asleep to it, and that just drowns out everything. This guy is small, compact, uses a USB port. Right now I've got it in this power bank, so you could plug it into one of these adapters if you wanted to. You could use an adapter that has 2 prongs on it and plug it in and turn this on, and you'll sleep all night long.
Yeah, that was nice.
This guy is $17.59 on Amazon. The next item number 11, was something new that Angela got. It's her blue beach bag. And it is a big old beach bag. And some of the things,
too.
Yeah, some of the things she was looking for was it had to have a zipper on top so that everything was like protected on the inside and nobody could really see anything. She wanted some pockets, which this does have some organization pockets in it, but it's also got a zippered pouch pocket on the inside that could zip, and it's waterproof as well. It's entirely lined with this waterproof material, so if you throw in wet clothes or a drink that sweats or whatever, it's not gonna seep out to the outside of the bag. This also has pockets on the outside as well, so that you can tuck stuff into it. This was a great beach bag, and we used this
every day we got off the boat.
Yeah, every day that we got off the boat, we used this. So, and it's huge. It's a great big beach bag. We were able to put all of our stuff, our water shoes, our water bottles, our changes of clothes, our beach towels, all of that fit into this bag. So that's on Amazon, $22.99 on Amazon for that one. All right, I kind of showed this already, but this is a portable USB charger in here. It's what I was using to power up the sound machine. This is a new guy for us. You can get this on Amazon for $33.99. Cool thing about this is everything is built into it. So you don't need to bring any additional cords. So how do you charge it? Look at this. Boom. It's got the 2-prong outlet built into it, plugs right into the wall, and you can charge it directly. Oh man, but Joe, what about charging my iPhone? Well, look at this. Well, that's not the iPhone cord.
There's 3 different
There
ones.
it is. There's the iPhone cord. What about charging my Android phone? There it is right there. What about using a USB-C? It's right there. They're all built in to the device itself, to the battery pack itself, which is super, super cool. Now, if one of these fails and you still need to use your own cord, this does have a regular USB port on the bottom of it, and it also has a whatever that thing is, whatever that triangle-ish thing is. I can't remember what that's called. That's not a USB-C, but it's I can't remember. Anyway, so this is pretty cool. It has a button on here so you can see the status of how many bars of charge you have. This is fantastic. These were great. We would just charge them up at night, take them with us, use them to charge up our cell phones. We had a really long tour in Costa Maya where we were gone all day, and we ended up needing these to charge up our phones because I was using my phone to film for our videos. We were using our burner phones to communicate. Well, Angela was. Mine wasn't working real well. And so being able to charge those up when we had a chance was fantastic. And being a compact size, lightweight, you don't have to have a bunch of cables or cords with you. This was fantastic to have. All right, something else we were really excited about, number 13, is this motion activated nightlight. Now it gets really dark inside those rooms, and it's a new place that you're not used to, and you could be stumbling around in the dark inside of that cruise cabin. Those cruise cabins are pretty tight inside of there, and so having a nightlight is important. However, I'm a light sleeper, and so having a light on all night long would keep me awake. So we found this. It's a motion activated night light that charges up. So you charge it up, and it has a hook on the back or a magnet. And remember, I told you the walls on the cruise cabins are metal. So we were able to magnetly put it up against the wall next to the bathroom. And when you walked towards the bathroom, the motion sensor would turn on the night light and guide you to the bathroom. And then when you use the bathroom and you head back to bed and you lay down in bed and it recognized that there was no motion, it would turn off by itself and it would just stay there in standby waiting for someone to stand up on their way to the bathroom when it would turn back on again. This was awesome. Did you like this?
Yeah, we even had to move it because it was, every time you turned over, it was coming on.
Yeah, at first, the very
It was
beginning,
too close to
we
us.
had it like pointed at the bed like this. And anytime you moved around, the motion detection is so good on it that it would light up and it would wake me up. So we ended up turning it and putting it on the wall next to the bathroom door. And then it seemed to work really well all night long, right?
Yep.
So this is relatively inexpensive, $12.90 on Amazon. Works out really well. Can't recommend this highly enough. This was great. All right. Number 14. Small Spaces Air Fresheners. These are by Febreze. These are activated by pushing the button on the inside and it breaks the seal and starts the air freshening process. These small space air fresheners are really good because the cabins are small, the bathrooms are small. So you don't need a lot. A lot of times people will bring bigger air fresheners, and those bigger air fresheners are meant for larger rooms and they're overpowering inside a small cabin like that. But these small spaces air fresheners work out really, really well for one in the bathroom, one in the cabin. You can get a 4-pack of these on Amazon for $13.19. Keep 2 of them at home. Bring 2 of them with you on the cruise. pop that button on the back, put one in the bathroom, one in the cabin with you, and the whole cabin will smell great. You're going to be eating food that you're not normally used to, that's a little rich, that's a little bit different, and so your body is going to react differently to that than normal at-home functions. And so having air fresheners is very, very important on a cruise like this. So that is number 14. Number 15, our last item, is kind of a survival item. We ran into an issue on our cruise where we were attending excursions that had protected environments. The first stop in Honduras, they warned us against wearing bug spray or a sunblock that had strong smells in them because the monkeys could attack if they didn't like the smell. The second location we went to in Costa Maya was this protected lagoon, and they didn't want us to wear sunscreen because the sunscreen would leave a film on the surface of the lagoon and ruin it for other people. And in Cozumel, when we went swimming with the dolphins, we were told not to wear sunscreen because it would affect the dolphins. It hurts the dolphins. So by the third day, Angela, poor thing, was burnt to shreds. You can still see it on my nose. I've been using a lot of aloe, but I can feel it like just barely starting to bubble, like it might peel a little bit. But we were starting to get some sun. You can see it on my arms. You can see my tan line right there. Woo! So one thing that they recommended was biodegradable sunscreen, which we tried to buy in Mexico and no one there had heard of it. No one knew anything about it. We just recently saw some at Costco the other day, but that's the first time we've ever seen anything like that, biodegradable sunscreen. Option number 2 is a long sleeve swim shirt. And what we ended up doing is having to buy this in Mexico for Angela in Cozumel because her arms were so sunburned that she was just in pain walking around in the sun. Isn't that pretty on the back?
Didn't want to get a burn on a burn.
And so we ended up buying this in port, which is probably not the best place to buy them. We just saw some and we picked some up at Sam's Club for $10 a piece. And we each grabbed 2 of them because even the 4 that we purchased, this one shirt was still more expensive in Mexico than those 4 that we bought here at home. Crazy. So pick up some long sleeve swim shirts. That will protect your arms. Angela claims that it was nice and cool, and because it's kind of perforated and breathable, so it didn't heat up like a long sleeve does and keep her body warm, but she was able to stay cool in it, and it protected her arms from the effects of the sun, right?
Yeah, I'm glad I had it.
So pick those up. You can find those anywhere. I'm not going to list a link for that on Amazon because you can find them anywhere, and it's going to be dependent upon your style and what you're looking for as far as color and design and all of those things. So one bonus item, so we're going to call this 16. One bonus item that we brought with us for the first time was Ziploc bags. Now, Ziploc bags have many practical uses. You can use them to put wet clothes in when you're out in a port. And keep the wet clothes separated from your dry towels, your dry clothes. You can use it for suitcase organization. You can use it for toiletries, keeping things separated. These are great for all that. But I think the number one reason that we liked these was for food storage. So I'm on a diet where I have to have protein every couple of hours. I start to get hungry very quickly. So about every 3 to 4 hours, I need something protein-wise to put into my system. We had early dining, 5 o'clock at night. So by 8:30, 9 o'clock, I was starting to get hungry. And then in the middle of the night, I would wake up and I might be hungry for something, a little snack. So what we found was we could go into the Windjammer and get a couple of hamburger patties or a hot dog, put them into a Ziploc bag, and we had a fridge inside of our room, threw them into the fridge inside of our room, and then we had protein snacks. we don't judge us, but we also like the cookies. And so we would get some cookies and we'd put the cookies into Ziploc bags. These are great. We've heard of families that give one to their kids and say, hey, go get a snack. And they would throw a snack into a Ziploc bag, and the kids would take the snack back to their room and have a snack for later when they weren't able to get down to the buffet or into the formal dining or whatnot. So these are a great item to have. The first time that we've ever brought these on a cruise like this, and we will not go on another cruise without having Ziploc bags with us. Any other thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was very helpful. Yep.
Yeah. So that's it. That's our list of 15 items that we bought specifically for this cruise that we really enjoyed, plus a bonus item that we threw in there at the end. We had a great time, and these were great items. Again, links are all down at the bottom. Like and subscribe to this video if you found this useful at all. And we'll see you next time. Bye.